Now from Coors Field at the foot of the Rocky Mountains in Denver, Colorado, we've got baseball on the show. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers going up against the Colorado Rockies. First pitch coming at you right after the break. And on the hill, a soft tossing lefty, just like you, Chris. Jose Quintana. What should we keep an eye on here?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Tosses to first, 1 pitch and 1 out. Here's the Dodgers lineup now. And the challenge for this lineup today, Singy, finding a way to have success against the sinker ball.
Yeah, it's a tough pitch to hit, Boog, and even harder to elevate. Got to set your sights a little bit higher when you're at the dish. They're struggling with it. I'd expect them to make some type of adjustment. It won't take long to see how well that sinker is working today.
On the ground to the left. Whips it to first. 2 quick outs at the top of the first here tonight.
Good arm side run and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
2 outs, base is empty. Andy Pages steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Have to say, he's one of the most impressive young players I've seen in recent years.
Well, no question about it. His future is very bright. The city, the organization, both are excited about him. He has a...
Dives and it gets by. They're still chasing it as he rounds second. Now around third, waving him home. Not in time. He makes it safely for an inside the park home run.
Well, they call it one of the most exciting plays in baseball for a reason, Boog. Always fun to see an inside the parker. And, man, he was flying out of the box. And I think that by the time he was getting to second, he had it in his mind to go all the way. That's just great hustle from start to finish.
So 2 down. Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. Yeah. The 0-1. In the air, left field. And that is foul. Two down, nobody on. This one in the air, center field. And that'll do it. 1 hit in the inning, a solo homer. On to the bottom of the first. It's the Dodgers 1 and the Rockies coming up. This is NL West action on MLB The Show. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And towing the slab in this one, number 70. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
They're going to start this one with the opener because of the matchups. Very favorable. I think we're going to see him empty the tank with really good fastball velocity to try to retire these first 3 hitters.
Edouard Julien digging in for the Rockies.
Second baseman, number 6, Edouard Julien.
Check swing, he held up, and that's ball 1. On the ground and foul ball. Climb the ladder with that fastball. That's strike 2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 1 up, 1 down. Time to check out the Rockies lineup. And Chris, this group has been struggling to put up runs lately.
Well, they haven't been on base a ton, and even when they are, they haven't been hitting very well with runners on base. So they need a player or two to really step up, have some quality at bats, hit according to the situation, and sort of break out of this. I think if they do, the rest of this lineup will follow.
Now, Mickey Moniak. Moniak in the box here and fouls it off for strike one. A 1 down. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
Rockies, let's go.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
The 1-2. Swing and a ground ball, and that's just foul. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row. He'll challenge, thought that was a ball.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top two guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
That one fouled off.
Looks really sharp at the start of this one. This is how it's going to be today. It's going to be a tough one for this lineup.
And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. Nothing doing for the Rockies. They trail here 1-0. Back here at Coors Field, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Will Smith. Gets him to chase after that one.
Good pitch right there. Tied him up on the hands. If I'm out there on the bump, I'm going right back in there.
Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
We'll take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Max Muncy at the dish. Big time power. In there for strike one. That one almost got him. And he grounds one back up the middle. Nice grab to first. Oh. It's there, and that's a great play.
Batting 7th, left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
Singy did a good job showing off his arm for the out on what was a close play. It's a good thing, too, because he didn't have a lot of time there.
No, he didn't, Boog. How about that arm, man? StatCast saying he whipped it over there at 86 miles per hour, and, you know, that's nothing to scoff at when you're not throwing off a mound.
2 down, base is empty. Here's the left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
Ball one.
2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. And a count 1-2. Ripped to short. Gets it to first. And Hernandez is out. That ends the inning. Dodgers go down quietly, but they still lead it 1-0. We head to the bottom of the second. Here's the Rockies cleanup hitter, Troy Johnston.
Troy Johnston.
Let's go, Rockies.
Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play.
Ball. Come on, Troy.
The 1-1. And there's a foul ball. Here's a 1-2. Hit on the ground to short. In plenty of time to first, and quickly one away in the second.
Batting fifth, the shortstop, Ezekiel Tovar.
Next to hit for the Rockies, Ezekiel Tovar. Here's a guy who's been struggling so far this year. It's only late April, but still hoping he'll turn it around soon.
Ball one.
Pretty smart not to serve something up for him right there. He's really good at hitting the first pitch.
And he swings through that one.
Ball two.
Three, two now. Hit on the ground to the right side, and it goes just foul. Payoff pitch. And he walked him. And that's how they get their first base runner of the game.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
So digging in, Brett Sullivan. And that's fouled off. Tovar at first, one gone. And that one fouled off. Here's the 0-2.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
Fights it off. You'll see another. Another 1-2. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts. Chris, as we look back at the pitch sequence, he hadn't seen that curveball at all. How tough is it to adjust to something like that with a bunch of break when you haven't had a look at it yet?
Yeah, I mean, you're dialed up for something firm. You never want to take a called third strike as a fastball, so you're going to be a little anxious before you recognize the pitch. And right there, clearly didn't see what was coming.
Next to hit, Brenton Doyle.
This guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Swing and a miss. 1-2.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
And a ball and 2 strikes. Line drive, base hit. Lead runner around second. And that'll put runners at the corners with 2 away.
You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Kyle Caros, the next to hit.
Hey!
Runners on first and third, 2 away. Bottom half of inning number 2. Strike 2.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about.
In there, sets him down on strikes. Huge strikeout there.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
All set for the start of the inning. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Hesung Kim. Gets him to chase after that one. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
Ball 2.
That one the other way. The throw into second. It's a leadoff double to start the third.
Batting ninth.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Alex Freeland getting ready to hit. In the air to left center. Doyle should have this one. And there's one down.
Up next for the Dodgers, the designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani.
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. Grounded out his first time. Lined, and that's a base hit. Headed for the plate. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Picks himself up an RBI. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
One down. Here's Kyle Tucker. He's 0 for 1. And takes low for ball 1. Step off, throw to first.
Safe, he's good.
Ohtani back in. Line drive, base hit down the line. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
Up next for the Dodgers, center fielder
Andy Pajes now at the plate. He's already homered here in this one. Grounds one to short. Tovar to second. There's one. What a double play that was. Inning over. But they pick up one run on the RBI single, and it's 2-zip. This is NL West action on MLB The Show. Back here in Denver, bottom of the inning, Jake McCarthy digging in for the Rockies.
Jake McCarthy.
That one's in there, and that is strike one. Bunting for a hit. Picks it up with the bare hand, and that's a bunt single. That was placed perfectly.
This is a big part of his skill set, and he puts himself into situations where he can rely on his speed to impact the ball game. And this is just another example of it, and we'll see what else he can do now that he's on first.
Digging in, Edouard Julien.
Aye.
McCarthy aboard here at first with nobody out. Swings through that one for strike two. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Up next for the Rockies, designated hitter, Mickey.
Next is the designated hitter, Mickey Moniak. His first at-bat was a strikeout. And the slider catches the zone.
If I'm at the dish right now, I am aggressive over the heart of the plate. This guy's been filling up the
Outside,
strike
that's a ball.
zone, so you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And as nasty as the stuff is, you might as well take all three swings.
Man at first, one away. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Runner on the go. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. On the ground, right side, and foul ball. Comes a 2-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Tap back to the mound. Throws to first in time. So it was a long battle at the plate, but they still managed to get the out.
First baseman, TJ.
And here's the first baseman.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Ball, that's outside.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the last half of the third. And a foul ball. The 1-1. That's to third. Muncy on the run, sends it over to first, and very nicely done for the out. The Rockies strand one. They trail it here 2-0. On to the fourth. Now it's the Dodger cleanup hitter, Freddie Freeman. That one ripped, but foul. Foul ball. 0-2 now. Line to the right center field. That's a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. You can't do much better than that on a pitch that far outside of the strike zone. Got him in a chase on the 2-strike count, but he wasn't fooled. He hit that ball really well.
And up to the plate is Will Smith. That's ripped into the outfield. That's a fair ball, and it's getting into the corner. Here comes Freddie around third. The relay, and he's got no chance. He's out.
Well, he just ran through a stop sign right there. Third base coach had both hands up, trying to hold him at the base. He decided to go anyway, and he's out by a lot at the plate. I'm sure the third base coach and the manager are pretty frustrated right now.
So now with 1 away and a man at second, here comes Max Muncy. Grounded out his first time up. Foul ball there. Muncy hits one in the air. He makes the grab. Runner tags at second, and he moves up to third. Now 2 away.
Up next for the Dodgers, left fielder Teoscar Hernandez.
And here comes Teoscar Hernandez for a critical at bat. 0 for 1 so far.
That's a ball.
That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. Off the rocks and out of here. A home run. He flexes his power with that swing, and they add a pair. It's 4-0.
Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Ha-Seong Kim steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And that one fouled off. Two down, nobody on. And a ground ball to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. 2-run shot for the Dodgers this inning. It's now a 4-0 ball game. This is NL West action on MLB The Show. Back here at Coors Field, bottom 4, Troy Johnston digging in for the Rockies.
Johnston. Now pitching for the Dodgers.
New pitcher for the Dodgers, Jack Dreyer.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Tap foul at the plate.
All these Rockies just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They've gone down on strikes at a high rate today, so it's probably time to simplify the approach and just find ways to put the ball in play.
The 0-2. cut on and miss. Curveball struck him out.
I mean, there aren't many curveballs in the sport today that break like that thing does. Huge movement. It's so difficult to get on the same plane and even think about squaring it up, let alone get a piece and hope he throws something else to keep the at-bat alive.
Tovar, the next to hit, takes ball one.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. 2 away.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
2 outs, base is empty. Now the Rockies catcher, Brett Sullivan. Struck out swinging his first time.
Hey!
Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
Up next for the Rockies.
At the plate, Brenton Doyle picked up a base hit to center his first time up. Sullivan, the runner at first with 2 gone. This one in the air. That is the inning. So 1 left for Colorado. They trail it here 4-0.
Now pitching.
We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Juan Mejia.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
Alex Freeland steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. And that one is lifted in the air. Doyle under it. And there's 1 away.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Up next for the Dodgers, the designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani.
Here's Shohei Ohtani. Singing, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He is the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
He steps on the bag, and the first 2 set down at the top of the 5th. 2 down, base is empty. Now it's the right fielder, Kyle Tucker. 1 for 2. Now that's smacked to right center. And that's the 3rd out. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here, but they're in front 4-0. Back here in Denver, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Kyle Karros digging in for the Rockies. And first offering is fouled off.
All these Rockies just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had him eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Up next for the Rockies, left fielder, Jake McCarthy.
Jake McCarthy digs in now. Maybe expecting a bunt here. Third baseman playing in on the edge of the grass. 0-2 now. Got him swinging.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
So the Rockies lineup turns over. Now it's the second baseman, Edouard Julien, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Swings and misses. And the count is 0-2.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge, just changing planes and very difficult.
Threw it by him. A swing and a miss at the fastball to end the inning. Rockies are down quietly. They're down 4-0. Back at the ballpark, let's take a look at some of the moments that stand out to us. Leading off, Andy Pages.
Center fielder, Andy Pages.
Let's go, Rockies!
You know, these Dodgers, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. We've seen how many line drive base hits they've been able to produce in this one, 6 to be exact, and they've all been pretty loud.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
This one in the air right field. Plays it on a bounce, and it eats him up. Throws to second, and he's out. Strike for 2. Here is Freddie Freeman. And there's 2 down.
Up next for the Dodgers, catcher Will.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Juan Mejia out of the game. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching.
So the Rockies turn the ball over to a new arm,
44.
Jimmy Herget.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
2 outs, base is empty. Next up, the Dodgers catcher, Will Smith. There's a swing and a drive. That's down. One hops off the wall. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that. This was a really nice swing. Didn't quite get enough behind it to get it out of here, but once it got over his head in left field, it was extra bases all the way.
Here's Max Muncy, that funky Muncy.
That's a ball.
Man at second. And a foul ball. The 1-1. Swing and a miss as he was out front. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Tomoyuki Sagano, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Feltner also throwing. Man on second, 2 down. That's to third. Tosses across to first, and that ends the inning. One left for LA. They lead 4-0. Back here at Coors Field, where we go bottom 6. Mickey Monia digging in for the Rockies.
Ball one.
And that is downstairs. And it's 2-0.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
Hey.
Nasty 2-0 slider there for a strike. That tells you he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch.
Fouls one off. 2-2. That one
That's
missed.
ball 3.
Payoff pitch. Ripped to third. And that's one out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th.
Up next for the Rockies, first baseman, TJ Rumfield.
And now the first baseman.
Yep, that ball went out.
The Rockies down by 4 here in the bottom of the 6th. Got him looking for the K. That was pretty nasty.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Next for Colorado, Troy Johnston. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Went back to the slider, and it was a good idea. 1-2-3 go the Rockies. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score.
Leading off the Los
Here's
Angeles
Teoscar Hernandez. He had a big swing back in the 4th, a 2-run homer, and that helped them get the lead.
And what a swing it was, Boog. Poetry in motion. And those are the type that you hardly feel when you connect with the baseball. Just so smooth, a great feeling off the bat.
Got it started a little too early. Strike 1. And a swing and a miss there. That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
So up next, Hesung Kim. That one to first. To Tovar. And 2. What a play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Base is empty after the double play. Alex Freeland steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Fouled off to the right. 2 down, nobody on. Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase.
I wouldn't say the game's close right now, but it's not out of reach either. I mean, these pitchers really need to put up a 0 on the board just to maintain a little hope.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Rockies nothing. Back here in Denver, set for the last half of the 7th, Ezekiel Tovar digging in for the Rockies. So the Dodgers have a new arm on the mound, Will Klein. Hasn't pitched in the last 3 days.
Ball 1.
And he hits a ground ball right side. Throws to first. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
Catcher, Brett Sullivan.
Next to hit for the Rockies, Brett Sullivan. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground. Sends it to first. That's it out.
Up next for the Rockies, center fielder, Brenton.
So digging in, Brenton Doyle. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive, because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit, or they may have extra bases.
Now this ball splits the gap in right center. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Up next for the Rockies.
Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Once in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of him.
So runner at second, 2 down. Kyle Caros digging in for the Rockies. And that's in for a strike. Now he's challenging the called strike. And they don't come much closer, but it was a ball. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. Man at second.
That's ball 2.
And a big swing and a miss. Check
That's
swing.
ball 3.
He held up. Ball 3. There's a strike. Caros not happy about that called strike. Here's the challenge. So the call will stand. So they're now out of challenges. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Rockies nothing. Back here at Coors Field, they put themselves out in front with a nice display at the plate. Take a look at the spray chart for where their hits have landed.
Yeah, it looks like they've been spreading it out pretty well in this one, Boog. Spraying the ball all over the yard. Good team effort at the dish.
Bounce to the right side. He takes it on his own, and that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th.
Right fielder, Kyle Tucker.
Stepping in, Kyle Tucker. 1 for 3. Hit hard but foul off to the left. Sliced hard but foul. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Stays alive. And the 0-2. Line drive, base hit, right center field. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Up next for the Dodgers.
Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Now at the plate, Andy Pajes.
Nope.
The 1-0. Swinging a foul out of play. Tucker leads off first with 1 away. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Up next for the Dodgers, first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Rockies bullpen. Jimmy Herget won't go any further tonight. And as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back.
Now pitching.
Ryan Feltner on to pitch out of the pen here.
18.
Well, I got to think he probably has a little extra in the tank facing his former team, and there's not a player in the league that doesn't get a little extra motivation when he plays against his old squad.
And here's Freddie Freeman. Hit hard, base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now
Up
with
next
2
for the
away.
Dodgers, catcher,
Here's the
Will
catcher, Will Smith.
Hey!
And it's fouled away. The Dodgers trying to break this one open, and we're in the top of the 8th. Oh, right to the backstop. And 2 in scoring position now, thanks to that wild pitch.
No trouble moving up to second on that play with the ball getting that far away from the catcher. Nice job to take advantage of the wild pitch.
2 on, 2 outs. Line drive. And that'll do it. Dodgers strand a couple, but they lead it 4-0. Back here in Denver, on to the bottom of the 8th, Jake McCarthy digging in for the Rockies.
McCarthy.
Rockies, let's go! Let's go, Colorado!
And that one almost hit him. The 1-1 is fouled off. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Way back there. And that one is foul, so we'll try. And again. Gets a piece there, we'll do it again. This one in the air, center field. And there's one down.
Up next for the Rockies.
Back to the top of the order now. The second baseman, Edouard Julien. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts.
He's had a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. 2 up, 2 down.
Well, that's a frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics, and instead of driving that ball somewhere, he popped it up. Unfortunate for him.
Monier stands in now and watches strike 1. Inside, almost got him.
Ball, that's low.
Two down, nobody on. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Rockies nothing. Back here at Coors Field, all set to start the 9th in this one. Max Muncy steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
Wow, that's not even close to the zone.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. And the leadoff man aboard.
Up next for the Dodgers, left fielder Teoscar
Now the left
Hernandez.
fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. He's already homered in this game.
Get the double play!
That one fouled off. Muncy gets his lead at first with nobody out. In the air, right field, Johnston under it. And there's one down.
Up next for the Dodgers, shortstop Hesung Kim.
Hesung Kim, the next to hit. That's towards center. Doyle gets under it. 2 down.
Up next for the Dodgers, second baseman, Alex Freeland.
So up next, Alex Freeland. 0 for 3 in this one. Hit in the air, center field. Doyle settles underneath it, and that is that. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Rockies nothing. Bottom 9,
Leading off
digging
for the
in,
Rockies,
number 7.
First baseman, TJ Rumfield. Now pitching for the
Tanner
Dodgers,
Scott will take
number
over here.
66.
He pitched yesterday,
Tanner Scott.
and we'll see him once again.
Hey!
Next
Hey!
offering in there for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Ball 1 low.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Come on, Rockies!
Got him swinging. Went back to the changeup, and it was
Up next for the
successful.
Rockies,
Way out in front of that
right
inside
fielder,
pitch there. Just exactly the opposite kind of approach that you want with 2 strikes. You want to let the ball travel. Make sure you recognize it. Try to shorten up so that you can at least put the ball in play. Clearly fooled, but I think even more so, you question the 2-strike approach.
0-1 now. And a strike in there.
No need to offer at that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Got him looking. Rockies down to their final out.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Rockies down to their last out. Ezekiel Tovar getting ready to hit.
Hey!
Two down, nobody on. We're in the last half of the 9th inning.
Nope, that's a ball.
Scott, 31 years old, and he was a 6th-round draft pick back in 2014.
Ball.
Scott is just 1 strike away. Got him. And that'll do it.
When you win 5 in a row, the confidence just goes to another level, and you start to gain this momentum, and you think that you're never going to lose a game again because things are clicking up and down the lineup. Pitchers are pitching. The team is making the plays defensively. This is the kind of feeling. It's not going to last all season long, but you want to ride it as long as you possibly can. Perhaps push it up to double digits.
A 4-0 shutout in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you.